All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Brevard Sports Network. Game number 4. Game number 4 happening here in 11U action, where this afternoon, again, the Satellite Beach Scorpions and the West Volusia Wolves are set to kick this one off. Caleb Brown here to bring you all of the action, as I have since 7U. Watching the coin toss go down. Tell you what, we've seen some really interesting football today. So far, I think the best game of the day, I think, has got to have been the last game, the 10U game. It was a low-score defensive struggle. You watched two D lines that just dominated. And, look, it was 18-6. But the score, to me, isn't an indicator of how good both defenses played. So as we're awaiting the coin toss and conversations being had with West Volusia. A shake, coin toss, and everybody is making moves. So here we go. I didn't even see the results of the coin toss, to be honest with you. I was watching everything else on the field. But thanks to my generous device, Satellite won the toss and deferred, and West Volusia will get a chance on offense to start the game, as we're going to pause now for the national anthem right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. As we get set for kickoff, and West Volusia pounding those thigh pads, they ready. They said, we ready. What's up? What's up? We ready. All right, I don't want to get copyrighted, but yes, sir. And Satellite comes out onto the field, 11U. Satellite set to kick this one off. At the current moment, I do not have a West Volusia roster, but I've been told by West Volusia personnel that they are working on getting me one up here to the booth. So for those watching from West Volusia that haven't tuned in, I'm not slighting you guys. I don't have a roster. And, you know, with me not knowing your team, it's hard for me to call names when. So as soon as I get a roster, I will call names for West Volusia. I've been told they're working on getting me one. Here comes the kick. And there's number 11, slips through his fingers. He picks it up, finds himself a little lane, and he will be wrapped up and taken down close to the 36-yard line, and that's where West Volusia will take over, 1st and 10. Glad I could make you laugh, Mandy. Glad I could make you laugh. So here we go. The West Volusia offense set to take the field, and quarterback comes in. Looks like number 23 comes in with the play. Running in another lineman, making sure everyone personnel-wise is in the game. Looks like number 11 is the D-back. They run a that's a pro-style split back formation. Ball's on the ground and picks it up. Still lost a couple of yards, but that could have been very dangerous there for that West Volusia offense. That first one there. Of course. I love streaming. Like there was no other place I'd rather spend my Saturdays than spotlighting these great athletes from both counties, both Brevard and over here in Volusia County. We got the Flagler Titans on contract with us. Number 23 hands off to the back, and he'll go right up the middle, fighting his way forward. It's going to bring up 3rd down here. Going to be 3rd down and about 7. Ball spotted on the 40-yard line. Let everyone know this is where the games can be watched and rewatched. We will leave these games up. Snap, and fakes to one back, gives to the other back on the end around, and what a great tackle there made coming from behind. That's number 3. That's Winston Pierce coming up and making the tackle from behind. He was trailing the whole play, and as soon as the second back stepped to make an in cut, took a swipe at the ankles, dropped him, and brought up 4th down. As he got back to the line of scrimmage. The kicker left the tee on the field. The referee said, I need to get that. That's a safety hazard. Throws it back to the satellite sideline. Hands it off to number 15. Number 15 will get wrapped up in the backfield. First one to make contact, number 42, which I don't have a 42. Let's try number 45, Savion Wilson, and that's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for Satellite Beach, and we'll get a chance to look at this offense. Got a chance to talk to a couple of players on Friday. Happened to come across them and talking to them about this. Mr. Greenan Had a chance to talk to him. I had a chance to talk to Hendrick. And here comes Satellite. There's number 14. Takes the carry, getting to the outside, and he steps out of bounds, and he was made sure he was finished out of bounds. No flag on the play. So number 14 was your quarterback. That's Jeffrey Henry. Henry took a shot there out of bounds. They're going towards out of bounds, so I don't think that was a late hit. I think it was just coincidental. They arrived at the same time and the hit was delivered. Looks like you got number 1 that might be in there at quarterback now, Kyler Dyer. And Dyer. There's many guys giving out directions. It's actually number 14, and number 6 now runs on late. And number 14 powers his way. He's got open field. Goodbye. Touchdown. Satellite Beach. Number 14, Jeffrey Henry. Say his name, he scores a touchdown. I believe in Jeffrey Henry. Clap, clap. I believe in Jeffrey Henry. Oh, but there was a, dang it, I sat there and did all that. There was a penalty called, and it's in the vicinity of holding. Dang it. Actually, given Tony's the white hat, it would not shock me if a penalty was given out for my singing. No, but it was holding on Satellite Beach. They're going to get moved back. So the touchdown is negated. Yodi. All right. If he goes by Yodi, I will call him by the nickname. Absolutely. Glad you're able to watch your grandson in the AC. And, you know, you're over in, you said, Port Richey. Okay. All right, so I'll call him by his nickname, Yodi. I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors who have made this live stream possible. Yodi under center. And he's going to take it again. And he said he was trying to do it again, but number 15 came up, made the stop. Came in, got a great job, wrap up the legs, take him to the ground. So far, this satellite team is continuing to run what's been labeled as the Beast offense. Under center, pick a gap, and shoot it. And now number 21 is going to take it to the outside. Now he cuts back inside, right into a tackle. Number 21, who's actually number 23, Baron Leduca. I remember Coach Braddock giving me that one beforehand. So 21 is, or 23 is actually 21, so it's Baron Leduca. First down here at about the 23-yard line. That looked all sorts of confuzzled. The snap happened and everyone kind of stood up and looked around like something was supposed to be called. It'll go down as a false start on the offense. The ball is snapped and everyone there stands and looks around looking for the referee to make the call. There wasn't a flag really thrown, but everyone's kind of like, what? What's this? So that'll back him up 5 yards, 1st and 15. And here comes Yodi. Yodi again makes one man miss, but can't avoid the other two. And he'll pick up some yards, get back to the original line of scrimmage. Make maybe 1 yard pass, bring up 2nd down and 9 for Satellite Beach. Yodi now coming off the field, checking out of the game, checking into the game. Who's checking in at the athlete position is what I'll call it. I believe it's going to be that number 7. Nope, it's number 8. And then number 8 runs into his own blocker. He was being chased by number 93 or 33. Avoided him, ran into his own teammate, and still picked up a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 yards here for Satellite Beach. 2:53 left to go in the first quarter. Hope everyone's enjoying a beautiful Saturday. And here comes Yodi. Yodi again to the outside. Yodi's got one man to beat. And he is taken down. A touchdown-saving tackle by number 54 for West Volusia. But Yodi, again, getting to the outside and making excellent plays happen. It's almost like, and I promise I'm not saying this to be funny, Yodi looks like one of the smallest kids on the field. So he's got size on that offensive line. He's hiding behind that offensive line and then just choosing, all right, am I going this way or going that way? Whatever way the play's designed, I'm going to sit there, hide behind them, and then when I get outside, then I can kick in the jets. There's number 21 now. 21 trying to get to the outside. There's a stiff arm, and he wasn't taken down, and he delivered a hit out of bounds. There's a flag on the play, and they're going to call holding, and I saw it from the very beginning. The tackle tackled somebody to the ground, and that'll get called for a holding every time. Speaking as a former lineman. You can't go hugging the defensive lineman. Not till after the game. How did Coach used to say, no hugging. You can give your respect after the game. During the game, you want to take each other's heads off. And that's going to back them up. It's going to make it 4th down and about 13 for Satellite Beach. Trying to get outside. Stiff arm. Fires. And it's intercepted. Did he get his foot in? Yes, he did. What an interception. We caught that on camera. Number 11. The quarterback stiff-armed a defender to try to keep himself from getting sacked, threw it off balance. It came out a little wild. And number 11 from West Volusia comes up and secures the pick. Great job on the foot placement, getting his foot inbounds. And that's the way you can jumpstart your offense there. Hey, guys, there's an explosive play. I just got you the ball back. Let's go. And I believe water break or timeout. West Volusia called timeout. 1:02 left to go here in this first quarter. I'd like to give a shout out to the McCann Group with Kelly Williams Elite Realty. Information at the bottom of your screen. They are the sponsors that have secured us so that we can do the Satellite Beach home games this season. So the home games will be brought to you right here on the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page. So thank you to the McCann Group and Kelly Williams Elite Realty. Whether you're buying or selling a home, the McCann Group is who you want on your team to make sure you're cruising into victory in whatever it is, whether it's buying a home or selling a home. And there's a snap. Ball carrier trying to get out of dodge. Unfortunately, he cannot escape the grasp of number 55. That's Merrick Helem. Merrick Helem with the first one there. And so he'll get credit with the loss of yards because he held on to the ankle, tried to get out, realized he couldn't get out, saw a free defender coming, and he went down on his own and said, all right, I'm just going down, I guess, because I'm a sitting duck. And this will be the final play of the first quarter, as once again, that satellite defense coming out. Number 54, that time that's Sutton Sanger. And Sanger makes the play, and that will be the final play of the first quarter with your score. 0-0 as we head to the second. You are watching Pop Warner Youth Football here on the Brevard Sports Network. Welcome back here. Set to start second quarter action here on this beautiful Saturday. This is what you need to be watching. NFL preseason, you can tape that and go back. This is the exciting football. This one counts for record books. NFL preseason, yes. Are there probably guys from local areas, trying to make teams? Absolutely, and I'm not saying we don't support them. But this is my focus right now. My focus is youth football. Saturdays are for the boys, and Saturdays are for the younger athletes, and the younger athletes are taking center stage right now. I had to correct myself because not just for the boys. Number 11 under center. And he goes to try to, I don't know if he got stuck or if his lineman just got pushed into his lap. But he had nowhere to go, and that satellite defensive line currently right now is just winning the line of scrimmage. They are dominating. They are taking over. It is their line of scrimmage right now early on in this second quarter. And I'll say this, the offensive line's got size for West Volusia. I like their size. It's just right now they're getting beat off the football. And tried to pick a gap, and that gap was open for like 0.3 seconds, and then it was closed. And that will be a turnover on downs. And it's 1st and goal for the Scorpions inside the 10-yard line. Officially call it the 7 or 6 yard line. And here comes Satellite. And there's Yodi. Yodi fighting his way forward. He's down. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Satellite Beach. Well, okay, so I was told not a touchdown, but I saw it. I saw both Tony's hands kind of go up. It looked more like a Y, but typically in that part of gotcha. So I thought he scored, but apparently referee liked to trick me. And there we go. But that is a different ball carrier. That's Liam Kisak. Apparently everyone else was confused too. And no, okay, so no, that was Yodi who scored. There is so much confusion of what's going. I think Satellite thought they scored. I think West Volusia was like, wait, what, huh? So much confusion there. But anyway, Yodi scores. The 2-point kick is up. And it's no good. Well, above all that, Satellite put 6 points on the board. We'll be right back with more football action right here on the Brevard Sports Network.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
I'd like to thank 23-time tag team champion Devon Dudley of Team 3D, as he is now training for his final match. Yes, him and Bubba Ray, one final time, are going to light up the mat with a tag team that's still going at it, a tag team that's still in the business. It's the Dudleys, it's the Hardys in a ladder match for the Hardys TNA Tag Team Gold. I don't know if there's any wrestling fans out there. If not, you all can just ignore it, but I'm excited. I'm excited for that one, see Devon's last match. And that one again goes through the arms of the returner. Oh my gosh, he took a shot. Ball's out. Ball's out, and it's recovered. Satellite Beach comes up with the recovery. That was number 44. Number 44, or 45. 44, I think, knocked it out. I think fumble caused by James Stilley. And number 45, Savion Wilson, with the fumble recovery. I think Stilley came in, and I'll say this, there was helmet-to-helmet collision. And I think with that hit, immediately everyone starts punching the ball out, and 45, Savion Wilson, comes in and scoops that up. And so Satellite now has the ball again with short field. Wow. And how the momentum of this game has changed. 7:33 left to go in the second quarter. And right now, West Volusia wants to call a timeout just to get everyone on their bearings. Look, the defense was just on the field for that long drive of Satellite Beach, driving the ball down the field, you know, just relentlessly running the football. And now the defense has got to go back out again. When you're a lineman, there is nothing more uplifting or demoralizing when it comes to running the football. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're an offensive lineman and your offense is effectively running the football, up the gut like that, and you are just dominating the line of scrimmage, there is no greater feeling than being able to move another person against their will. At the same time, if you're a defensive lineman, there is nothing more demoralizing knowing there's nothing you can do because that offensive lineman is putting you where he wants to put you. And there's Yodi. Yodi again off the right side. He's got open space. And Yodi said, I'm going to make this one definitive. Yodi, touchdown. But there is a flag on the play. Back in the area, holding on the offense. And you saw it right there. The white hat, Tony Owens, coach said, how is that holding? Tony said, well, he bear hugged him. Again, as a former offensive lineman, yeah, it happens. You bear hug somebody, and When the ref sees it, ref's got to call it. You leave him no other choice. Proper hand placement for offensive lineman is right in somebody's breastplate. Boom. Oh, he will. He's already scored one today. He was trying to go for his second. And there's number 1, who will get a couple of yards. That's Kyler Dyer. So here comes, there's number 21 on the carry. He cuts upfield. Number 21, shucking and jiving. Ball's out. Ball's out, and West Volusia recovers. West Volusia strips the ball after it was being run very effectively by Baron Loduca. And that's now 2 turnovers forced by this West Volusia Wolf defense. Oh, 12U? Thank you very much. All right, I got a 12U roster for West Volusia. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go. So West Volusia now, that pro-style split back. And flags come a-flying in. Whistles blow this play dead. And that is offsides on the defense. That is 5 yards. That'll make it 1st and 5. And that play was all sorts of a mess. All right. It's going to bring up 2nd down here, 2nd and 5. Ball is snapped, all sorts of confusion. That's a false start. That's that famous line, false start on everyone but the center. There's the toss. Trying to get outside, and he is tripped up. That satellite defense has got lots and lots of speed. Both defenses, I should say, have lots of speed. Both defenses have created some turnovers. Currently, the turnover battle being won by West Volusia. 2 turnovers to Satellite's 1 forced. Satellite Beach caused a fumble. West Volusia has caused a fumble and gotten an interception. And once again, ball carrier just immediately knocked down. Number 23 had nowhere to go. As soon as he got the ball, he was just right to the ground. That's going to bring up 4th down. It's 4th and about 13, 14. And they're going to run near side. Ball's out. Scoop and score opportunity. Touchdown, Satellite Beach. Trying to get the number here. Is that 39? 38. Number 38, Will Fisher, scoops and scores that one. Two-point kick. It's on the way. It's up. No good. Just short. But Satellite Beach does put 6 more points on the board. And once again, another defensive touchdown for a Satellite Beach program today. Ah. Satellite Beach scoring defensive touchdowns. Someone says, Sandy McPhillips, go Carter, number 23 for the Wolves. Well, thank you. Number 23 for the Wolves. I will. I'll know his name. I was never given a roster for West Volusia for this game, so. Well, glad you can enjoy it, Carter's grandma. And there go 55 has it. 55 tried to find some way around and eventually got wrapped up after picking up about 5 yards. Grandma's watching at home in the AC, as she should be. Listen, I'm sure you did your work. I'm sure you were involved in some sort of youth sport where you had to be outside when you were raising your children or child. So, now it's time for grandma to be able to sit back, watch, and she can watch it from her home on maybe on the big screen. Maybe you have it up on the big screen where you're able to watch it on the TV. And you were still kind enough to still come and leave a very sweet comment. Appreciate you for that. And timeout called by the Wolves, and I'll tell you what, folks. This is 2:01 left to go here in the first half. First half is kind of just really slowed down now. 12-0 in favor of Satellite. 1 offensive touchdown, 1 defensive touchdown. Yep, Will Fisher scored that defensive touchdown. Grandpa watching from Sheffield Lake, Ohio. And goes to Handed, and again, the running back there's Will Fisher again making a tackle. The running back didn't know what to do because the quarterback's like, here, take it. And as soon as the running back gets it, he looks up, and Will Fisher is looking him dead in the eye, lowering his shoulder and putting it into his chest. The running back didn't really have much of an option there. Rick Fisher, Will's grandfather, watching. And there's the toss. Trying to get to the outside. He turns the corner, and he tries to cut back, and that's where that run ends. It was number 15 there for West Volusia, brought down by number 43, Logan Smith. Flag on the play. Here we go as 3rd and short here for West Volusia. Looks, fires, and is caught. That's a first down and more. He's got 2 men to beat. Down the sideline. Great angle taken by the defender. And what a pass play from number 23 to number 54. I didn't know where he was throwing that ball until the pass was completed. What a play. Jeff Henry watching from an Amazon van. Hey, Amazon delivery drivers, they don't get enough thanks. Drops back, surveys, fires over the middle, caught. And he runs somebody over, tackled just short of the goal line. And West Volusia showing a passing game. You go from a really high elbowed, and that will be the end of the half. They're not going to get a chance to score. But that's something in the second half that we'll have to watch out for. I saw a rainbow type pass to the flat, and then we saw that greatly thrown slant. So, folks, it's halftime. I'm going to mute the microphone, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes with second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Let's get it, folks. Second half action getting set to begin. Caleb Brown here with the Brevard Sports Network live on YouTube from Zac Sealey Field. Getting a nice breeze coming off of that beautiful Atlantic Ocean, which is helping the air move around a little bit. But guess what, folks? Being out in that sun's hot. I feel for all the players. I feel for all the coaches. I feel for the referees. So, yeah, currently it's 12-0, but if you're West Volusia, you have discovered you have a bit of a passing game that you haven't been utilizing. I think it's time to utilize that passing game because you were picking up chunk yardage at will. So it'll be interesting to see if they dive into that. Let's give a shout-out to some people in the chat. Fred Stevens says he's watching his grandson from Michigan. Hopefully you're in a nice comfy spot. Maybe got a beverage. Whatever your choice. Kicking it back, relaxing. That's how I might be tomorrow. I don't know. I have housework. I got housework I got to do around the house, and having that conversation with myself. Do I do the housework or do I put it off to next weekend? Probably going to talk myself into trying to get it done early tomorrow. Who knows? Life of a broadcaster who also has a full-time job. So sometimes you have to make those. Do I do this then or do I do it later? What to do? All right, anyway, enough about me. Here we go. About another minute till halftime ends. Start of the third quarter. I'd like to thank the McCann Group, Kelly Williams Elite Realty. Whether you're buying or selling, they are the ones you want on your team, by your side, taking you to the promised land, whether it's selling a property or buying a property. Bada boom, realest team in the room. The McCann Group, Kelly Williams Elite Realty. I'd like to also give a shout out to, I believe it's Johan Wilhelm says, "Go Bear DeLuca." Grandpa Jack is following from the houseboat on Kentucky Lake. Ooh. So do I get permission to come have a visit? I'll bring food. Have a day on the houseboat. I'll bring whatever food you need me to cook. So Satellite Beach will get the ball to start the second half as they won the toss and deferred at the beginning of the game. Went down to go place my order in the concession stand. Yeah, I went down to look at the menu. I saw what they had, and in between one of these next games, I'm gonna get me something, and it's going to be delicious. I haven't had they have quesadillas down there, so I think I'm gonna go with a Satellite Beach quesadilla. I think between this game and the next game is when I'm going to go down. I took this break to kind of go take a look at what the menu had because they said they had a lot of options. And, boy, did they have a lot of options. So if you ever come to Zac Sealey Field, go to their concession stand, one full of a lot of options, and there's a squib kick. And you know what? The big guy said, I don't get many chances. I don't get many chances to touch the ball. Coach, don't worry, I didn't let you down. I got 5 yards and was taken to the ground by multiple guys, but I touched the ball, Coach, and I didn't fumble it. As a lineman, you just lived the perfect dream. What was that?
They look bigger than they did in the first half.
So here we go. Satellite Beach offense. Who's gonna be running it this play? Looks like number 45 is gonna be the one going under center. Nope. Maybe. All right. It looks to be DeLuca's out as a blocker, and it's gonna be Yodi. Yodi cuts up field. Yodi down the sideline. Yodi with room to run. He's going to go oh, no, he's not. What an angle taken by the defender. That's a touchdown saving tackle. I thought Yodi was going all the way. Great angle taken by Yodi. And the folks, when coaches say take your angles, that's exactly what they mean. Hustle, you hustle and you take the right angle. That was a touchdown saving tackle because that should have been a touchdown. But because the correct angle was taken and the hustle that was given on that play, the play was made and the defense still has an opportunity to stop the offense. And too many men in the huddle. Flag thrown by the white hat. Yeah, somebody was sent in that wasn't supposed to get sent in. Happens all the time on sideline. You hear, I need one. So, of course, you try to be I'm there, coach. And next thing you know, you have 12 players. And he'll cut up field, and there he goes. Caught short of the goal line. Turn around so I can see your number. We have an injured Wolf. I believe that might have been number 8, Nixon Hendrick, on the carry. It's either number 8 or number 9. If it was number 8, it was Nixon Hendrick. If it was number 9, it's Elkeon Webster. I think it was number 8. I think it was Hendrick. But anyway, here they come. It's now 2nd and goal inside the 5-yard line. And here's number 9. I know it's him this time, and he gets thrown down. And that's going to be a face mask. That'll be a half the distance penalty. Repeat 2nd down. I thought he was brought down by the helmet, and yeah, he was. And there's now 45, trying to get into the end zone, and touchdown, Satellite Beach. Savion Wilson. Wilson gets into the end zone, and he joins the touchdown party. 3 touchdowns scored, 3 different players. And it's 18-0 with 7:25 left to go here in the third quarter. So now, are we going to, yep, we're going to attempt the 2-point kick. Set to do the kicking is number 29. Check that, 28, Dominic Coleman. Coleman swings his foot, and that one is no good. But, again, Satellite puts 6 more points on the board, and Satellite extends that lead 18-0. Week 1, opening weekend of Pop Warner. We have currently two teams on contract. We got Satellite. We have, I think, four dates of Satellite, 4 home games. I know we got 4 home games of Flagler. The Flagler Titans have reached out to Brevard Sports Network. And so, Flagler, let me put it to you this way. We're based here out of Brevard County. Last Pop Warner season, the Pop Warner Super Bowls haven't even been played yet. The Flagler Titans reached out to Brevard Sports Network, said, how can we get you guys to come out to Flagler? We said, here's this money, and I need a high spot to broadcast from. I'll tell you the rest of the story after. There's the squib. And it'll fall down on it, and that's where they'll take over at the 45-yard line, or at midfield. So anyway, we told Flagler, this is our price, and I need a high spot to broadcast from. They said, well, we'll give you that price, and we will build you a scaffolding to broadcast from. Well, they sent me a picture. They sent us a picture of the scaffolding. Oh, my gosh. There's that saying, if you build it, they will come. Well, they have built me a scaffolding, and I can't wait to go get into it. And I will come. And I will broadcast. And, again, shout out to the Flagler Titans for reaching out before the last Pop Warner season was over, wanted to secure Brevard Sports Network. There's the toss, and ball's on the ground. Who got it? And it's Satellite Beach. The Satellite Beach defense forces another turnover. We're all tied up. We're tied up in the turnover battle. 2-2. Here's the difference. The 2 turnovers caused by the Satellite defense have resulted in points. 2 turnovers caused by West Volusia have not resulted in points. And therein lies why the game is currently the way it is. And there's the handoff, and goodness gracious, moving the pile. How he even got a yard out of that, I don't know. But there he goes, number 14. There's Yodi. he just willed himself to 4 yards. Now they're lining up in that wishbone. This is old school wishbone. One up back, 2 deep backs. Gives it off to Yodi, and Yodi will get hit in the backfield. More and more youth teams are going backwards. And when I say going backwards, they're going back to that wishbone, that either wishbone or power eye, the stuff of, the late 80s, early 90s. I mean, there you just saw it, that wishbone, quarterback under center, fullback in the middle, and then your two deep split backs. I think number 1 is taking over here, Kyler Dyer. And now they're going to spread it out. Uh-oh, okay. Dyer rolling, fires, it's caught. Way to hold on to it. Is that 44? Yes, it is. Number 44 holding on to that reception. That's James Stilley. And, hey, a little pass in the flat. Just a nice little wrinkle when you're running that power offense. You don't have to throw it 25, 30 yards downfield. You can just making the backers think they have to check that flat. And when they check the flat, you can go right back up the middle because that backer is not immediately filling that A gap or B gap coming downhill. Now he's peering out in the flat, making sure he or that corner aren't going to get beat on a little dump off. .4:27 left to go here in the third quarter. Wishbone form or line up in the wishbone. And Dyer under center. Gets the snap, hands it to the up back, and Dyer getting behind his up back, and he's pushing, and I think that's where the penalty is going to come in. Pushing the pile. And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty if I read their lips correctly. See, so for me, that's weird. And here's why it's weird. In the NFL, you have a play called the tush push. You cannot tell me the tush push is not a play basically calling for pushing the pile. And I'll be honest, that's one of the first times in a long time I've seen pushing the pile being called. Now, again, that could have been an emphasis in the referee, when going over the rules for Pop Warner. That could be a thing of emphasis, is they emphasize wanting to take care of that. I'm not sure. And they're going to spread it out again. Dyer. Calls for the snap. Drops. He's got 2 protectors. He's going to roll. Now he's going to call his own number. He's got all sorts of room to run. And a great trail from behind there by number 63. Check that, 61 from West Volusia. He almost had Dyer in the backfield. He missed it. Did he give up? Nope. He turned right back upfield and followed behind him. When Dyer stopped to try to get a cutback, which again would have led to a whole lot of yards. Number 61 comes back and says, I got you. Boom, from behind. Here we go. That was a turnover on downs, and now we're going to see a little. Oh, wow. Pocket collapsing. Quarterback finding a way to escape. Took what should have been a sack. He avoided 2 sacks in the backfield. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Even picked up a yard. That was impressive. And that's what you call pocket presence. He dropped back. Immediately, the pocket fell apart. What did he do? He stepped up, avoided another sack, and then buried his head to go get a couple yards. Little things like that, coaches notice. In the development of a quarterback, coaches notice things like that. Come out in the spread here. Big change from their normal offense that they've shown all game. 23 is now going to hand it off, and there, look at that. Wide open room. Number 11, he's off to the races. One man to beat. And he's brought down no, he's in. I saw one referee give a signal. Touchdown, West Volusia. What a play. Number 11 with a catch, took the handoff. 1 step, 2 step cut, goodbye. It's one of those times I really wish I had a West Volusia roster so I could give that young man his flowers. Number 11 from West Volusia. That was awesome. If somebody in the chat that's watching this knows who number 11 for West Volusia is, you could send the name in the chat so I can give that young man his flowers, because that is awesome. They put 6 points on the board. And number 23 trying to fight forward. And he gets in. Now, don't look now, folks. There's 1:46 left in the third quarter. West Volusia. This is now a 2-score ball game. (18-7). Don't look now, folks. Number 15 set to do the kicking. And someone took off early. So that's going to back up West Volusia. Look at that. Look. Sportsmanship being shown in the middle of the penalty being called. I like that. I like it. So that'll back him up 5 yards, and number 15 sets to kick again. And that's another squibbler. He was going to try and pick it up and run. All of a sudden he looks and sees the first defender, drops and says, nope. I'm not trying to get yelled at by coach this week. Whitehead, Tony Owens making sure the kicking tee got taken off the field. So that kicking tee can really mess up an ankle. Satellite comes back out in the wishbone. And there's the toss. Cuts right back up inside. And, well, it doesn't get much. Number 33 said, I'm going to make sure you don't get much. So here we go. Dyer under center. Dyer with the toss to the deep back. And ball's on the ground and picked up by Satellite Beach. That was almost disastrous. And who jumped on and recovered? Well, it was Dyer. the quarterback, 11 is Isaiah Cowart. All right, well, Isaiah Cowart from West Volusia. You, sir. Heck of a player. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to see you before you get out of here, so I hope you come back and watch the broadcast. Isaiah Cowart, you are a heck of a player, and the way you handled that touchdown run was awesome. And with that will be the final play of the third quarter as we head to quarter number 4. It seems as if West Volusia has found a passing game. Can they implement it on a consistent basis and come back and win, or does Satellite do enough to control the clock and keep the victory? And now they come out and spread. Little H-back. Drops back to pass. Fires, and it's caught. And there's number 44 down the sideline. He could go all. He dives. And he's short at the goal line. That one, number 8, that was Nixon Hendrick. Completed to number 44, James Stilley. And Stilley. And there's a down player for West Volusia. And they're going to help him up. And he's going to walk off under his own power. Might have gotten the air knocked out of him when he made the tackle. Sometimes you make the tackle, you get landed on. So now Satellite showing a glimpse into their passing playbook. Nixon Hendrick to James Stilley for 50-plus yards. Down just short of the goal line. Hendrick hands off to Stilley. Stilley with a spin move. Stilley fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown! Satellite Beach. James Stilley with the touchdown run. And you know what? I really love that play call by Coach. He was caught just short of the goal line. Give him an opportunity to get his touchdown back, to get his touchdown. Handoff. He ran into the line. Spin, shoulder thrust into the end zone. Love the call there. Love the call. And it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field. Hendrick fires wide open. Caught for the point after. So Hendrick gets the point after completion. And there's Coach celebrating with Hendrick. And who's? That was 62 on, that's Mac Arlakis. Mac Arlakis with the 2-point conversion completion, or the point after. And it's 25-7. With 9:26 left to go here in the fourth quarter here. There's Cowart. Isaiah Cowart down the sideline, cuts back inside, and eventually gets swallowed up, but not till after he crosses the 50-yard line, and that's where the Wolves will take over. Matter of fact, he's down at about the 44, 43-yard line. But I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of hands on hips, a lot of trying to catch their breath. Folks, I'm telling you, it is warm out here. It's warm out there if you're just sitting or standing in it. Can you imagine running full speed? I mean, I feel for these players. These are the dog days of football. Yeah, I get it. You're playing your first game and you're excited and whatnot. But, man, as soon as that heat sets in, like, you may not feel it while you're playing, but then you stop and you try to catch your breath and you're breathing into a microwave. You feel it and you're like, oh, my gosh. And a timeout called. 8:49 left to go here in the game. So West Volusia now comes out. Going to see a lot more passing. They're going to take shots. And incomplete. Number 23, he had it. He was wanting to take off and run before he had the ball, and that's all that is. He was backing up, ready to catch it, and then wanted to turn and run. And sometimes you take your eye off the ball for that half second, and it results in, and it dropped. So here we go. Back in the gun, number 23. Hands it off. And there he goes. He's got room and finally swallowed up. Number 54 on the carry. There's a snap. And 23 gives it off again, and he will be stopped almost immediately as he hit the line. That was this is 4th down now, 4th and very short for West Volusia. 6.5 minutes left to go. They're down 25-7. I know they, based on the spot, it's a first down, so West Volusia keeps possession. Comes out again in the gun. Rolling right, steps up, fires. And he had to go to the ground to try to grab it. An incomplete pass. Going to bring up 2nd down now. And there's Isaiah Cowart. Cowart wrestled down. Bring up 3rd down and about medium here. Well, they got dialed up here for about, they've adjusted it 3rd and 7. .23 calls for the snap. Get it on the delay, and he'll hand it off, and avoids one defender, but he cannot avoid number 45. Savion Wilson. .340 left to go here in the game. There's a toss to Isaiah. Isaiah hands it off on the end around, and someone stayed home. And there he goes, number 6 with a tackle. Open field tackling. And there's the water break. Number 6, that's Jace Alexander, coming up with a big open field tackle to keep that play from going anywhere. And you saw the whole sideline erupt when he made that tackle. Coach erupted and embraced him. Three and a half minutes left to go in the game. If this result holds, Satellite will be 4. Nope, try 3-1. I had to remember how to count for a second on the day. The only game they've lost so far was the 7U. They won 9U in a running clock fashion. They won 10U, 18-6, I believe. So, yeah. Hendrick was being sent in motion. And there's a player down is what it is. .321 left to go in this one, and this one's almost slowed down to a standstill. Where I thought it was going to get interesting with the passing concepts that West Volusia showed at the end of that first half, and it just hasn't. A couple plays here or there, but it's been a very stagnant second half. And there's a pick six. Just as I say that, pick six, read it perfectly. Touchdown, West Volusia. And it's 25-13 pending the extra point. Wow. And now we go for the point after is West Volusia's offense is all going to run to the sideline. And now they're all running back to the line of scrimmage. Number 23 is going to try to get it in, and play was blown dead. False start on the offense. And again, you know, when you have a performance like this week one, you got to remember, it's week one. This is the first time that, well, okay. This may not be the first time, but this is the first actual full game that you're hitting somebody else. A lot of these teams had little, you know, small little jamborees, but that's not a full game. Going to a jamboree, you know, okay, I got this little half that I got to play. Looks, pumps, fires, and incomplete. But they've put 6 points on the board, has West Volusia, with 2:55 left to go. I'll tell you what, though, if I'm Satellite, you know what I'm probably not wanting to do? Throw the football anymore. Did I miss a penalty? Retry? Rolling, and nobody rolls with him. Takes his shoulder. It's good. And the point after is good, 25-14. Still down 2 scores. And again, if I'm Satellite, I don't want to dare throw the ball. You got plenty of backs at your disposal. Run this and run the clock out. Yeah. To me, you know what you know what I call that too? They've mentally checked out. They're thinking about the post game ice cream they're going to go get from the concession stand. And yes, and the coaches realize that, like, hold on, we need to have a conversation. You know, and there are some people that might be sitting there saying, with 3 minutes left, does it matter where we stand? And what Coach will tell you is yes, because what you do when you're tired determines how good you really are. Yes, you're currently winning by 2 scores, but what happens when you're exhausted and you're in a 1-score game? What you do when you're exhausted like that as an athlete gets tested. And Coach is trying to relay that to his team right now. He's also telling them be ready because they go for an onside kick. Now, hold on. There could be many different things at play here. Yeah, it's a bouncer, and that was also probably said in the thing too. Hey, they're going to try an onside kick. If you get to it, don't be a hero. Don't pick it up and try to show off from mom. Dive on it. Get it to your offense and let our offense do what they're designed to do, and that's run this clock out. I will be shocked if we see another pass from Satellite after that pick 6. And it's not because it was a pick 6. It's just because of what that pick 6 meant. Wait a minute. What was that?
There was a penalty.
Well, someone left early. That's usually one of the only penalties that forces a re-kick. So someone left early. So yeah, no, Satellite is not lined up properly. And .251 left to go in this one. Coming up fairly soon after the end of this one. We were ahead of schedule. Now we're getting back to on time, possibly Well, I won't say the L word. And again, there's it's that beast formation. There's Yodi on the carry. And now begins the game of, does West Volusia call any timeouts they have left? Or do they just say we're down 2 scores, we'll try again next week? There's number 21 on the handoff, and he's gonna shove his blocker. He's making moves. Number 21's in Godfrey space. Still continues to pull a defender who had him by the waist. Number 21, who's actually number 23, is Baron Laduca. And the clock goes a-winding again. 1.5 minutes left to go. That's a first down, and again, unless they have timeouts, I would expect a knee. But yeah, nope. And well, number 9, Elkeon Webster. He learned what every football coach in the history of forever has been telling everybody. I don't care how big you are. Very rarely doesn't matter how small or how strong you are. In football, the low man wins. He tried to run over a linebacker. Linebacker took his shoulder, proper tackle, right into his gut, and done. 1 minute left to go. Coming up next is 12U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. And I have rosters for both teams. So West Volusia, your names will be called in that one. And there's number 45 going up. And he's going to try to take it all the way. He's going to go number 45 into the end zone. Touchdown, Satellite Beach. Number 45, Savion Wilson. I believe that is his second touchdown of the day. Now they're sending out number 99, Dean Tibbetts. And he's going to try to kick the 2-point kick. Dean Tibbetts. .48 seconds left to go in this one. So here we go. Dean Tibbetts for his first kick of the day. They're going to give him a shot. Kick is no good. Nice attempt, though. Again, first kick of the day. Why not? Give him a shot. You're winning. And there's a down Scorpion. .48 seconds left in this one. I think everyone who's watched along and now they got a kickoff. Got to change the score. (31-14). That'll take 2 seconds off the clock, and now we'll see what will be done. And he gives it to Isaiah Cowart, and Cowart trying to get around outside. And no one's going to call a timeout. Yeah. And I think that's going to be the last play of the game. Now they're going to try and run one more. 3, 2. And they're going to try it. And he'll take a hit. And that'll be it, folks. 11U has finally come to an end with a 31-14 victory to Satellite Beach. That's now 3-1. And